Welcome back to another quick fix. Today we're going to be replacing the cord on a Spice Orange GameCube controller. These cords are universal, so no worries if yours is a different color, but let's jump right into the repair. This controller has a damaged section right in the middle of its 6-foot cord and would look a little strange if it was cut down to half its size and patched. Instead of trying to patch it, I purchased a brand new replacement that's a perfect fit. The only downside is the color. The replacement is solid black, which means we will lose out on the orange plug end. And I know what you're thinking. Why not detach the orange end and swap it for the black end? Well, I've already tried that and it didn't work. These plug ends are molded plastic over the metal inner shielding, and there's unfortunately no way of removing the colored ends without damaging them. So what do we need for the fix? A tri-wing screwdriver is a must to open the outer housing. A soldering iron with solder for the pins inside, some wick to remove the old solder, and a small zip tie are also needed. Color doesn't matter, but it is very helpful later on. First off, remove the 6 outer housing screws from the back side of the controller. This will give you access to the circuit board, which also needs to be removed. Optionally, you can replace the thumbstick ends and clean the inside with some high percentage IPA at this point too. I went ahead and gave the board a good once over just to make sure I wasn't sealing up any debris inside later. Next up is removing the 6-pin header at the top edge of the circuit board. For this, I'm going to be using solder wick to remove the old solder, but if you're having trouble heating the old solder points, add a little new stuff to each of the pins. This will help it flow a lot easier with the wick and get the pins free in no time. Remove the old cable end, but hold on to it for just a little bit since it's a good reference to show how the cable was routed inside the housing. I also cleaned the top edge of the circuit board before pushing the new controller's pin header into place. Looking down at the connector, make sure the black wire is on the top and the blue wire is on the bottom as well. Then just solder it down. Now once you go to put it back together, you'll notice that the new cord's insulation is removed further up and it just doesn't seem to fit right. Well, that's where the zip tie comes in. There's a small plastic pin to the left top side that you'll need to wind the cord around in order to provide a built-in catch for the wiring. This way, if the cable is pulled on from the outside, it doesn't cause any damage to the circuit board and only pulls on the insulation. Using the old cord end as a guide, make a loop with the new cord and fasten the zip tie around the loop end. You'll want to leave it a little loose at first and then push the cord end into the void where the old cord sat. Then tighten down the zip tie after you've confirmed that the cord is in the right spot. Trim the end of the zip tie with scissors or flush cutters and push the tie end into the housing as far as you can. Add in the purple Z button and make sure your trigger positions are in the right place before putting the rear housing back on. Button it up by installing the 6 screws and you're done. You now have another working controller, so go play some games. If this video helped you, please leave a like and comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next fix.